Hi, I'm Pastor David with Declaration Church, and today I want to share with you a little bit from Psalm chapter 142, verses 1 and 2. And I was reading this just a few days ago, and one thing really jumped out at me that I wanted to share with you today as you continue your journey through studying the Bible. If you want to take a look at this, it really reminded me of my prayer life and the way that I live and the things that I discuss with other people. Most often, I've found that people are way more comfortable praying silently. And there's nothing wrong with praying silently. It's not like there's something sinful or something bad about praying silently, or that God is not aware of your thoughts and so he's not able to understand what you're trying to pray because you're not speaking it out. But what I've noticed in my own life and in the lives of others is that we're often very willing to begin complaining and sharing all of our troubles and all of our struggles and all of our problems with other people out loud. We put them on social media, we share them in conversation with others, and sometimes we're even sharing them in conversation with strangers. And that's not necessarily the way that God ever intended us to live. In fact, I rarely see Jesus sharing with other people outside of his inner circle any of the struggles and things that he's facing. Instead, he deals with other people's problems and helps them move forward. And what I found interesting about Psalm 142 is it's a psalm of David. It says, in fact, a maskil of David when he was in the cave, a prayer. So this is literally defined in Scripture as a prayer of David. And this is how he starts. With my voice, I cry out to the Lord, or I cry out to Yahweh. With my voice, I plead for mercy to the Lord. I pour out my complaint before him. I tell my trouble before him. So what David is doing is he's actually speaking out loud with his voice in his prayer time with the Lord. He's sharing his complaints. He's describing his issues and the struggles and the problems and the pains and the trials that he's going through out loud with his voice when he's speaking to the Lord in his prayer closet. I've found in my own life that when I've done this, when things are going really difficult, when things are really a struggle for me, when all of a sudden something happens that I didn't expect, that throws me for a loop, when I was expecting something good and something negative happen, if I'll take the time to just go and be by myself in a quiet place, in a place where I'm isolated, and I'll pour out to God my complaints, and I'll cry out to him with my voice. That's a very passionate, very direct, kind of out loud type of word, isn't it? To cry out. And when I'll do that, I find that oftentimes it brings a greater peace to me. A peace that oftentimes really nothing's changed. My circumstances are still the same, and yet something inside of me has changed. In fact, just recently I was going through a very difficult situation, and this is what happened. I took time, I went on a walk, just me and the Lord, and I was speaking to him out loud, sharing with him the struggles and the things that were going on, and how if something didn't change, I didn't know what I was going to do or what would happen next. And what I found is that I began to feel a greater peace. And then shortly after that, it was amazing the way that God moved to bring resolution to some of the situations that we were facing. So I hope this is encouraging to you. I want to challenge you to take this and apply it to your life and your prayer time. Actually take time to go someplace, isolate yourself when things are difficult, when you need to speak to the Lord and cry out to him with your voice. Speak out your complaints. Use your words, your voice to cry out to God and see if it doesn't bring some resolution and some greater peace to you. I hope this has helped. If you like this video, if you want more like it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, these will continue to be a benefit to you. As always, I'm Pastor David, and I'm out.